Welcome to Module 1 of 10 Success Factors for Service Desk Agents. I'm Jeff Rumberg, co-founder and managing partner of MetricNet. Today, we're going to cover success factor number 1, which is all about knowing what's expected of you. We discuss your personal performance targets, both hard targets, that is your quantifiable performance goals, as well as soft targets, which are less quantifiable, but no less important. Now, this success factor might sound simple or even trivial. It's a no-brainer, you might be thinking. But it turns out that this very basic principle is ignored by more than 80% of all service desk agents. Most of you have probably heard the old adage that if you don't know where you're going, you're probably not going to get there. This is particularly true of your personal performance targets. If you don't know what they are, it's like driving blind. And it's highly unlikely that you will meet, let alone exceed, what is expected of you. So what is expected of you? Let's start with the hard, quantifiable performance goals. In the example on this page, I've shown 7 individual performance targets. These represent the performance goals that every agent is expected to meet or exceed on a monthly basis. They include number of tickets per month, which is a productivity metric. The more tickets you handle, the lower the cost per ticket will be. Customer satisfaction, a quality metric, tells you if you're delivering a quality experience to your customers. First contact resolution rate, also a quality metric and the #1 driver of customer satisfaction. There's also call quality, ticket quality, schedule adherence, and unexcused absences per month. Please keep in mind that this is only an example. Your performance metrics are likely to be different, and even if some of these metrics are on your list, the targets are likely to be different depending upon your unique support environment. Now, there are several things to note about these targets. First, each of them has an agreed upon industry definition. That's important so that there's no misunderstanding about what's expected of you. Later in this course, I'll be providing you with a reference book of KPIs that defines the most important and common service desk metrics. Second key point, each of these metrics are quantifiable. You can put a numerical value on them. If you couldn't do that, it would not be hard targets. Third, and perhaps most important, each of these metrics is entirely within your individual control. You have the power, through your own talents and hard work, to influence these outcomes and ideally achieve all of your performance targets. Now, if you're not sure what your performance targets are, ask. Ask your supervisor, ask your manager, ask them to provide you with a list of quantifiable performance targets that you are expected to achieve. You have the right, and I would argue the obligation, to know exactly what's expected of you. Let's move on to the so-called soft targets. These are not necessarily quantifiable, and for that reason, they're sometimes referred to as success behaviors. As an agent, you're expected to behave in a certain way. In the example shown, these behaviors include leadership, teamwork, individual initiative, constructive suggestions, personal development, and mentoring. Here again, your soft targets are likely to differ from those shown on this page. Now, granted, some of these soft targets can be quantified. For example, in the personal development category, you might be expected to complete 4 hours of online learning per month. And maybe this course, 10 Success Factors, even counts towards that goal. But I think it's useful to think of these soft targets more as success behaviors. Some of them may seem obvious, others not so much. I like to think of them as IQ, left side of the page, your hard performance targets, and EQ, emotional intelligence, the right-hand side of the page. Finally, no agent achieves every performance target right out of the gate. As you gain experience and seniority in your career, these targets become more intuitive and easier to achieve. So think of this as a process, a maturation that occurs over months or even years. If you follow the simple guidelines I've outlined in this module, you will be well on your way to mastering this important success factor. Congratulations, you have now completed Module 1 of 10 success factors for service desk agents. I look forward to seeing you in the next module.